All right, one large takeaway from the discussion board was that geography is not just about knowing where locations are around the world. Like Caleb stated, geography isn't just about memorizing all 50 states in the US. Geography is also the study of maps and how we create those boundaries, physical features of areas, and then the human to earth interactions, which is a big part that I'm going to talk about. So, with that human to earth interactions, it's how human activity has impacted the environment and how the environment impacts our lifestyles and cultures. So, there's not just one sole definition of geography. Another takeaway from the discussions we have is that when we're thinking about where a specific area should be located, like examples were talked about a business and a playground, we want to consider how it compares or interacts with other regions nearby rather than just looking at that one specific area. So, for example, like I said, if we think about a park or a business, we want to consider where we're placing either of those such that is the most beneficial and the most successful. So, when we think about these two types of places, we can consider the climate and the geographical features. So, like Caleb stated, when opening a surf shop in Cedar Falls, that would definitely be a poor location because there is no body of water. So, Florida would be a better place to put that. And then Lucas stated, knowing how people and places interact is the backbone of geography. So this is something that I felt like we were missing in some of our responses, and it would better my peers' arguments. So for example, a park being placed next to a factory, we'd want to think about how that would impact other people. So that would not be a very good spot to put a park. And then we would also want to consider, if we're talking about a park, who will have access to that park. So we want to think about the interactions and the impacts that where that placement is going to have on others. So this is also comparable to when we talked about Russia being an octopus. It was a resource-rich place, but yeah, so when we talk about what it's like, it's the resource rich, but it also has the political and economic influence. So it's thinking about Russia in terms of how it interacts with other regions.